A new round of leaks about Nova just came out, and they are absolutely insane, and I'll be going over all of them for you in this video. So, just like before, the leaks were sent out by Neil Dinky. However, I do want to make a note that this Neil Dinky is not the same one that contacted me about Nova's uncle. It's confusing, I know. It seems to me that this Neil Dinky seems to be a shared persona. I'm pretty sure this is something commonly seen in lolcow trolling groups, where multiple different people, sometimes even completely separate with no connections to each other, pretend to be the same person for the purpose of trolling. The best example I can think of right now is probably Clyde Cash, which hopefully that example can give you some perspective on the situation. But anyways, onto the leaks. On May 4th, around the mid-afternoon, Neil Dinky released what seems to be a leaked voice recording of a call between Nova and an unknown female. In the call, Nova admits that he actually lied about getting banned from his church, but he stopped going anyways because of how they quote-unquote treat gay people.
I want
No,
to go
but
back to Vegas.
Nova, you able to go back to your church? Because I know you used to go to church. Have you been welcomed back yet?
To be honest, I lied about being banned from my church.
Oh, thank God.
But I don't go there anymore after I realized how they treat gay people.
Oh, you're changed. You're very pro LGBTQ, pro everything, right? You're very nice. I don't know why people are so mean to you.
They're just mean to be mean.
I like you though. You're a good chap.
There is an unbelievable amount of stuff to dissect from just this short clip, so let's get into it. Firstly, I don't believe Nova at all when he says this. He claims he wasn't banned, but people were messaging his church en masse, showing them proof of Nova being a terrible person. I don't see any world where a church wouldn't ban a member who would do something like that. And do you know exactly how I know that Nova's lying about this? Well, let's look back at the interview I had with Uncle Drew. He said, quote, "He's already been kicked out of the church and cost my sister her position." I am assuming by his sister he means Nova's mom, since that's the relationship between the two if you didn't know. But anyways, not only does Nova have the audacity to lie about getting banned from his church to this random girl, he's hiding the fact that he cost his mom her job as well, which is extra evil. I don't know why it isn't being talked about more, but it just goes to show what kind of person Nova really is and where his morals lie. Secondly, who's the person he's talking to? She sounds extremely young, at least in my opinion. She also has a clear speech impediment, which, when coupled with the way she talks and what she talks about, indicates autism or something like that. There's also the topic of her age. I don't know exactly how old she is, and I'm not going to make unfounded accusations. I'm just going to say, in my personal opinion, she sounds young. That's just what I think. And also, there's the topic of what her relationship with Nova is. Are they friends? Is this the partner he's been talking about? We'll get more into his partner or alleged partner later, but this is someone who could be very important later on. Thankfully, that wasn't the only thing that was leaked, tonight at least. A bunch of Discord messages between Nova and his special secret Discord server members were put out, and these are extremely interesting. I'll dive more into the server aspects of what the server is, what we know about it, but for now, let's just cover the messages. The first few don't disappoint. Nova reveals that his mom has allegedly been making him pay her credit card bill for the past few months, and she was upset that he's unable to pay the bill this month. He says, quote,
I've had to pay my mom's credit card bill for the past few months and she's mad I don't have enough. I need to cough up $900 a frickin' month. And that's bad for someone who doesn't have a mother frickin' job. And no one wants to frickin' hire me. I've been unemployed for 4 frickin' months and not even McDonald's wants to hire me. If that doesn't scream frickin' failure, I don't know what does.
I just want to point out that I don't believe him at all in this. We'll go over it more later, but are you really expecting me to believe that Nova's mom is making him pay her credit card bills when she's already wasting so much money allowing him to live with her while he doesn't pay rent, doesn't pay any bills, is in a lot of debt himself? $400 at least from what we know, and we're supposed to believe that he is paying her credit card bill? That is probably the most dumb and unlikely thing I've ever heard of, or at least in this situation. The next set of screenshots are pretty interesting as well. Nova opens up a convo in the server general chat with a link to one of those play games for gift cards scam apps, which is weirdly counterintuitive to Nova's goal. Isn't he allegedly supposed to be paying his mom's credit card bill? How would gift cards help in that situation? I mean, you can't exactly get a Capital One gift card. It's almost as if Nova is lying to his friends for his own selfish reasons. I mean, I wouldn't put that beneath him. And as soon as his friends show hesitation to follow that link and download the app and fill out whatever information it asks for, he starts trying to convince the server members that it's real, sending some random screenshot and saying, quote,
When I tried it in 2018, I was skeptical too. And then I tried it and was blown away.
Which, is it me or does that sound extremely artificial? Especially for Nova. Is he following some kind of script? Honestly, it's probably just AI. Nova uses AI to generate a lot of his own work, or quote-unquote work. If you were to look at his TikTok captions, those are all AI as well. And I wouldn't be surprised if he used AI here too to try to convince the server members to download the fake scam app. On January 10th, Nova messaged his server complaining about a fake job offer. He says, quote,
I posted on my TikTok saying I needed a job, and if you needed positions to contact me. Someone did, and I contacted them back for an interview. We did the interview, and I was informed I was hired and to fill out an orientation form. So I did, and this morning, I was informed that it was all fake and that the asshat was a troll.
This may be the same fake job offer he made the infamous video about, the one where he says,
It happened again, victim to another fake frickin' job offer.
However, it was uploaded exactly 16 days after this Discord message was sent, which I'll let you be the judge of whether or not this is the same fake job offer. And if it isn't, that just makes it extra sad. How do you fall for a fake job offer twice? You know the saying, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me? It exists for a reason. It's embarrassing that you get tricked so often, but I wouldn't expect more from lolcows anyway.
Well, I think I fell for it again. Victim to another fake job offer. my life. My god, I fell for it twice. Unless the supposed supervisor can somehow prove to me that it wasn't fake, then I fell for it again. I asked Gemini, there's no mention of a restaurant opening up at the address they provided me. It's just that I think I fell for it again. But unless they send me solid proof that they're actually opening on there, then I've got to go back to Indeed. If you're a manager and hiring in the area, email me and I'll make triple sure it's real. My life.
The leaks we have left are pretty boring, admittedly. Besides a few notable things, Nova looks for a mechanic to help fix his grandma's car dent. It talks about how he's spending Christmas alone due to his mom being in the hospital, and as per usual, he's only concerned with himself and what's good for him. I mean, his mom's in the hospital, and right now, all he's concerned about is how he's gonna be lonely, how he's gonna spend his Christmas, and he has no regard for the fact that his mom is alone in her hospital bed on Christmas. It's typical Nova behavior. I can't even say I'm surprised. There is something to point out here though. An offhanded comment was made in the conversation where someone suggests that Nova could maybe spend Christmas with a certain partner he's been talking about a lot. In response, Nova says that she lives in North Dakota and that he and her have a long-distance relationship. Now pay attention to that one word, her. In an earlier screenshot that was leaked during the first round of leaks, he says that he has a non-binary partner. So why is he calling them her? Last time I checked, non-binary people don't use gendered pronouns. It's almost as if Nova can't keep his story straight about his non-existent partner. Or maybe he just misgenders his own partner. Either way, it's very suspicious. In the last screenshot that we were most graciously provided with, Nova is complaining about missing his therapy appointment due to oversleeping. He justifies this by saying, "Right now, my sleep schedule is beyond screwed," which just irks me the wrong way. Nova needs therapy more than almost every person I know, and he's getting the resources he needs to get help. That's what the issue is here. He's being provided the resources that he so desperately needs to get out of the mess he's in and to change and be a better person. But this is what he does with that gift of therapy and mental psychological help that he so desperately wanted. If you remember back then, he was saying he was gonna contact the Trevor Project and begging for mental health services, and once he gets it, he just doesn't care, oversleeps. Oh, my sleep schedule? Yeah, no. Nova is selfish. He doesn't care about getting better, he cares about what he wants at that moment, and I feel like this screenshot, along with pretty much every other one, is a perfect example as to why. All in all, Nova's leaks have been getting increasingly more interesting, and I have a strange feeling something really big is gonna get leaked soon, but honestly, I don't have a clue. I'm not in contact with the Twitter Neil Dinky, and I don't plan on it. But nevertheless, I will be updating you all on every single leak that comes out about Nova. Thank you for watching. Please comment your thoughts, I'd love to hear them, and have an amazing day.